Here's a giant thank you to all my Patreon members. Your support is greatly appreciated. What is up, guys? Nova Joe back again with another retro weekend. Now, last year I covered Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park Rampage Edition for the Sega Genesis. However, I did not touch on any of the other games. Well, I am just in a Jurassic Park kind of mood. I recently watched some of the Jurassic Park or Jurassic World movies, and it just really rekindled my love of Jurassic Park. And you know, I grew up with this and went to the movie theater to see the original back in 1993 when I was about 14 years old. And, you know, I missed out on a lot of the games, and this is one of them. This is Jurassic Park for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And, of course, they can't call it that in the Jurassic Park collection. They have to call it Jurassic Park 8-bit. Now, this one, as you can see here on the screen, is drastically different from the Sega Genesis game. This is a top-down isometric game, and I have to say is much harder, much harder than the Sega Genesis games. And those games were challenging. This game is brutal in some parts. Anyway, guys, I did manage to beat it. I did have to use some save states here and there, but I did manage to get through the entire game and wanted to post it for you guys so that you guys can enjoy watching this retro classic. So, guys, without further ado, let's jump into Jurassic Park for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Alright, guys, here we go. This is Jurassic Park for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And, yeah, it's got this really cool T-Rex opening here. Old buddy needs some dental work done, so he just just opens wide for you. Yeah, kind of a unique T-Rex head they got going on there. But anyway, a really cool opening for an NES game. So here we go, level 1. Warning. Power to the electric containment fence has been cut off. The dinosaurs have taken control of Jurassic Park. Find Tim and rescue him from a stampede of giant triceratops. Hint, use the motion detectors for helpful information. Alright, guys, what's neat about this game is that they actually pull in other characters, whereas the Sega Genesis game did not. It did not pull in any, I mean, all you dealt with was Alan Grant. This one actually pulls in Tim and Lex both, so you got some additional characters from the film included in this game, which is really cool. So the premise of the game, and this is pretty much for every level just about, is you're collecting or destroying dinosaur eggs. And each section, so like if you're in the outdoor map, there's a certain amount of eggs you got to collect. If you're in an indoor map, there's a certain amount of eggs you got to collect. There's a lot of eggs you got to collect. And until you collect the eggs, certain things won't happen. So this is a collect-a-thon in a lot of ways, and some aren't going to like that. Some will. I'm kind of mixed on it because, as you can see here, I mean, I am collecting the eggs, but at the same time, you're trying to watch out for the dinosaurs. And these little compies, guys, that you see here, these little, I can't quite say it right. I think it's Compsognathus. I'll just call them compies. That's what most people do. Compsognathus. I can't even say it right. Oh, there's a raptor. Okay. You got to blast these little buggers with 2 shots, and you have limited ammo. So it takes you 2 shots to kill one little compy, and unless you get one of the more powerful rounds of ammunition, then you can kill them in one shot. But 9 times out of 10, you're just going to have your basic ammo most times. And it takes 2 bullets to kill the little guys. And if you've seen the movies, if you're dealing with one, you could stomp it in the dirt, but my gosh, you got to shoot it with 2 giant Nerf balls just to take it out in this game. So anyway, over on the left-hand side, that bottom number, I just got myself fried, that bottom number is your egg counter. And so you're looking for eggs. There we go, just dropped it down one more. So there's 5 more eggs on this map that I have to find before some of these doors will unlock. Above the egg counter is your ammo counter. So you can't go in that door yet until you have collected all the eggs. which will then drop a key card down on the ground. You get the key card, you can go into the door that it applies to. So 4 more eggs. All right, there's a spitter whose name is eluding me right now. Why is it eluding? Diplodocus. Is that it? I can't remember their names. Oh my gosh. Anyway, the spitter from Jurassic Park is in here. So you got the raptors, you got the spitters, you got the compies. You're going to, and I'm just talking about the ones you're going to see on the main screen here. So you're just, like I said, you're going to see the spitters, you're going to see the raptors, you're going to see the compies, and that's going to be the main ones that you see. Later on, you'll run into some of the other ones, but like they've saved the Triceratops for a boss battle, which you'll see later on in this level, and the T-Rex is also saved for another boss battle. So you do get some of the iconic dinosaurs from the movie, from the film. Alright, let's see here. So I've got 2 more eggs to collect. There's 1 more. Okay, now guys, you see them little question mark boxes there? This is Russian roulette, okay? Inside of those question mark boxes is either health or an explosive. So that, well, first of all, let me just say, I just picked up the last egg. It dropped a little key card. Now that key card will open up one of the doors and I can go in it. But anyway, getting back to the little question mark boxes. I hate this aspect of the game. Those question mark boxes is like playing Russian roulette. They will either have health inside of them or they will have an explosive that will damage you immensely. And so the game expects you to map out which box is health and which box is an explosive for your playthroughs. So it wants you to do some trial and error. So yeah, you've got to try to remember or write them down which of these question mark boxes is actually health. Otherwise, you're going to be running through your lives very quickly. See, I'm actually playing this for the first time right now. So what you're seeing is me. I tried it out. I shouldn't say it's first time. This is like my second time really trying it. But I did give it a shot before, just played around with it a little bit, and discovered that I have no clue which boxes are health, which boxes are explosives. So you can see I'm avoiding them a lot unless I get into a really bad spot, and then I give it a shot. I spin the old roulette wheel and see what happens. So that's the worst part of the game. This game would still have been just as challenging if they just would have left. It's too challenging in the aspect that there was no way to save your game back then on the NES. There was no save function for this game. So if you're playing through it, you had to know which boxes were health and which boxes were explosives. And so it added a whole nother degree of challenge to an already challenging game that wasn't really necessary in my opinion. Okay, so I have now collected all of the eggs in this room and picked up the key card. And now I've got to go and try to figure out what I'm supposed to do. Like, I have to activate one of the computers and see. And once I activate a certain one, it'll tell me you've done it right. I haven't done it right here, so... Collect or destroy all the eggs for a building pass card. Okay. So we've already done that for this one. So you see, like I said, guys, I'm still figuring this game out. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do. So this is really and honestly me feeling out the game, figuring out what I'm supposed to do. Like I said, I gave it a little run through. See, I tested it and lost a life. And now I will forever know that that very first box in there is a bomb. Well, forever until I forget. So, alright, so what I'm doing now is I got another key card. I'm going around looking for another room, another door that I can get in. There we go. I can get into this room now. So there's 10 eggs I got to collect in this room. So let's start it. And these raptors take about 4 regular shots to kill. You can see I'm real skittish about even going near any of those boxes. Because sometimes, let me back up here, sometimes they also have an extra man in them. So, yeah, you can get health an extra man, or an explosive. And there was one level on here, and you're going to see it, where actually I cut all of that part out because it was added way too much length to the video. But there was a building where every box was an explosive except for one. And it's not random each time you play, it's the same each time you play. So once you figure out which boxes are explosives, which boxes are health, and either write it down, or if you're got a brain that's capable of remembering all of that, then you're fine, because it never changes. Each playthrough is still the same. The boxes never rotate. So if it was a health pack before, it'll always be a health pack. So yeah, now we got 5 more eggs to get. But yeah, this is a collectathon, and it's not a bad game. It's not a horrible game. There we go. That was health. Oh crud! Bad mistake. There's a little trick here, guys. If you see a raptor in another room, shoot him from outside the doorway. He won't come out that door. 9 times out of 10, he will not come out that door. Now, little compies will. They'll go right through the door. But the raptor will kind of walk back and forth in front of the door. And see, there we go. I took a chance and now lost even more health. Yeah, if you see a raptor in a room, don't go into the room. Just stand outside the door, and he will just walk back and forth, and you can kill him that way. So I'm getting ready to risk it, and actually that made me invincible. I forgot about that one. So there's actually, wow, okay. So there's health, there's an extra life, or there's an invincibility power-up. Those are the positives. The other one is a bomb. Now, in my playing of this game, I think I found invincibility maybe twice. The rest of the time, it was either health or an explosive. I found a couple 1-ups, but nothing that, but not a ton of them. There wasn't a ton of them. Also, you do get an extra 1-up every 1,000 points. So, as you can see here, I'm shooting through the door. You'll just walk back and forth in front of it and just finish him off. But anyway, yeah, once you get 1,000 points, you will then be able you'll get an extra life, is what I'm trying to say. So every 1,000 points, you get an extra man, and you will get to 1,000 points fairly quickly. Even though the little guys give you 5 points, the other ones give you anywhere from 10 to 15 points. So it will add up, and you will hit that extra life fairly often. So it's not bad. So right here, just stand right there in front of the door. Don't go in. Raptor won't come out. He'll just keep walking back and forth in front of the door. Oh, and by the way, I do remember now what the name of the spitting dinosaur is. It's Dilophosaurus. I can't believe that I forgot the name of it, because honestly, it's my favorite dinosaur from the Jurassic Park movie. I just thought its frills that shot out from the side of it and its acid spitting were really cool. I thought that was really cool. So yes, the Dilophosaurus is the name of that acid spitting dinosaur. So you got the compies, the Dilophosaurs, and you have raptors. These are your main ones that you're having to fight throughout each mission, and you're going to see a lot of them. So yeah, this is very similar to the, oh, here we go. Got to rescue Tim here. So grab Tim, and we have to keep him safe from stampeding Triceratops. So, and you have to angle him. So you have to move yourself around and go straight up to make him get behind you. And this is a lot easier than later in the game, because you do have to deal with the Triceratopses again, and next time you deal with them, they're going a lot faster. Oh crud, yep, we just got hit, but it's alright, we're doing okay. Tim got squished there. Alright, just still keep dodging. This is very easy boss fight, very easy. That's not really a fight, it's a boss dodge. Oh, that rock. They did that on purpose. Absolutely did it on purpose. They want you to get caught up on it. Oh, not gonna dodge this one. Oh, so close. I'm one block away from death. And we did it, boys and girls. Alright, moving on to level 2. Congratulations, you have saved Tim from being crushed. Tim tells you that his sister is hiding in the T-Rex enclosure. Find Lex and save her from the T-Rex. Alright, we're on to mission 2 to save Lex. Alright. And here we go. And guys, you have no idea. Right now you're thinking that this is like the first time I'm playing on this map. No. If I included every single time I played on each of these levels in this playthrough before I got good enough to figure out what I was doing and overcome the challenge of each mission, your brains would explode. I have probably played this mission right here probably half a dozen, if not more times, before I finally got the hang of what I was doing, figuring out where to go, figuring out the timing of my shots. Because if you notice, with Grant, he doesn't fire from the center, he fires from the side. So you have to make sure that you're paying attention to where the dinosaur is, especially those little compies. Oh my gosh, I cannot stress enough what a pain in the butt it is lining up with those compies. Because those little guys, they take a good chunk of your health away. Any hit in this game does. You don't have a little bit of damage taken. You have a chunk of damage taken with each hit, from whether it be a raptor or a Dilophosaurus or one of the little compies. They take a chunk. You lose probably about 5 bars of health, and it's a bear. It's a bear. So as you can see here, I did not get that question mark box up there because I learned previously that it was a bomb, and I didn't realize the raptor was going to come out there. So took a little hit. So there we go. Going over here. And the enemies in this game respawn. So if you walk far enough off the screen and walk back, they will come back. And I have had some cheap shots because of that. Yep, got hit. But yeah, you can get some cheap shots. This is where I realized I could jump. I did not know I could jump. And honestly, other than jumping over compies, that's about the only use for it, really. Alright, I gotta figure out how to get to that egg. There we go. And the raptors are back again. So you can take a lot of cheap hits that way. And one of the biggest things is I take some cheap hits from compies because they respawn. So this is definitely one of those respawning enemy games, unfortunately. Oh my gosh. Trying to hit those bad boys. You take a lot of damage, a whole lot of damage in this game. And I cannot even begin to tell you guys how many times I died. Oh, crud. Now see, he won't come out. So just go through the doorway and use that exploit to your benefit. But, oh my goodness, guys. The amount of deaths that it took for me to finally beat this game. Yeah, see, I wasn't thinking, lost another life, wasn't paying attention. He respawned. It is still a very competent Jurassic Park game. Very competent. I did have some enjoyment with it. It was nowhere near as fun as the Sega Genesis game, in my opinion. I enjoyed the Sega Genesis game far more than I did this game, than I enjoyed this game, and I enjoyed the Sega Genesis Rampage Edition far more than I enjoyed this game. This just... And it's not because this is NES and it's got lesser graphics. It was the gameplay. I did not dig the collectathon, the egg collectathon. And on this stage right here, guys, you don't have to collect the eggs. They're just bonus points to help you reach that 1,000 quicker. So, like, I think they're worth like 20 points if I remember right. Let's see here. Yeah, they're worth 20 points. So if you collect them, you can really rack up a good score. But of course, you got the Dilophosaurs sitting there spitting their acid at you the whole time, and you got these I don't know what you call the long neck ones here, if it's a Diplodocus or I don't think it's Brontosaurus. I can't remember what the water ones are called, but yeah, the long necks. So if you are if you know more about it than I do, please put it in the comments below what the long neck dinosaurs are called. I keep wanting to call them Diplodocuses, but I don't think that's the right name. But anyway, yeah, you don't want to run into them, and you do want to try to collect as many eggs as you can just for the points, so you can get that extra life, because by golly, you are going to need it, that is for sure. Alright, now if I can just dodge and watch where I'm going and get up here. Watch the logs. I did like that they threw this variety and that we did get this little river raft stage. And you know, guys, from what I understand, there was supposed to be a river rafting scene in the movie, and that is why this game, as well as the Sega Genesis game, both have a river raft scene, a river raft level within them, was because there was supposed to be a river raft scene in the movie that did not get shot. So alright, this is where I was struggling. I was trying to figure out what I was supposed to do, because this was the first time I'd ever made it to the end of this level, and I was like, am I supposed to go through the little opening here on the left? I'm going to get hit by the dinosaur. And I did. I got one more hit and that's it. And then right here I figured out I was supposed to jump. Alright, this is the T-Rex fight, and I died on this fight 1,000 times because he's got a pattern, and you've got to figure out what the pattern is, and you've got to move at just the right time, because Lex follows you after a delay. So after about a 2-second delay, she will follow you, and you got to move at just the right time, or he'll gobble her up and gobble you up. So there we go. Come on, Lex, come on, move, girl. Actually, that was a little bit longer. Uh-oh. There we go. Get some good shots in there. And the T-Rex's health bar is in the bottom right corner. But I died on this, oh my gosh, so many times. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. Alright, here we go. Move over there. A few more shots in the head. And there we go, boys and girls. The T-Rex is down. So if you're trying to beat this section and you're watching this video, just follow that pattern that I did, because honestly, I had to do that pattern 1,000 times before I finally figured it out. Alright, I didn't read you the intro there for this level, so you can just pause it and read it yourself if you want to. Moving on to stage 3. I can't remember if it was stage 3 that gave me so much trouble or not. Alright. Yeah, don't grab the question mark on the right. It will blow you sky high. And we got the raptors again. So, you rinse and repeat. It's time to go get more eggs. We got 19 eggs to get. And some of these get pretty convoluted, because sometimes you have to grab some eggs here, go into a building, grab some eggs there to get a key card to open up a door on the outside so you can grab some more eggs there. And so, yeah, it can get a little complicated. But it is very doable if you're interested in playing through this game. It is very doable. And this game does do justice, in my opinion, to the Jurassic Park license. It feels like Jurassic Park. It's got, I mean, the visuals are really, really good. And in some aspects, like the locales are even better than what you see in the Genesis version. And I love the Genesis version, as I've stated. But like some of the locales you have here are really, really scream Jurassic Park. Like you got the visitor center right there. I think that was the visitor center. I can't remember if that's the visitor center, if we see it later. But anyway, there you go. You got a little Stegosaurus coming through there. And I think that's a Spinosaurus. And that was a Dilophosaurus. And more raptors. And more compies. There we go. Dodged enough. And as you guys, I'm sure, have figured out by now, every time you kill one of them, they drop ammo. And so I think you get like 2 ammo per little ball you pick up, 2 or 3, something like that. There's some blue ammo that's more powerful, and there is one that's like a bola, and so it kind of spins and twirls, and that's the most powerful one in the game. If you can get to the T-Rex fight with that later on, you can do a lot of damage a lot quicker. But yeah, you're gonna have a hard time doing that, just because in this game you're gonna lose lives hand over fist. Now I'm going to tell you guys a cheat code right now for those of you who are watching and want to get through this game. At the main menu, push down, right, left, down, right, left, down, right, left, and keep doing that until you hear an explosion sound. When you hear that explosion sound, that means that you've put the cheat code in correctly. Now, start the game, go into a level, pause the game, and press the select button. The select button on the PlayStation 5 is the touchpad, so push the touchpad in, and when you press the touchpad in, the select button, it will skip to the next level. And when the next level starts, pause, press the select button again, the next level, and you rinse and repeat this until you get to the level that you want to be at. And once you get to the level you want to be at, just play from there. So that is a cheat code that will help you, because you only have 4 continues in this game. So once you've used up all 4 of your continues, that's it. You got to start the game all over again from stage 1. So use that cheat code to get back to the stage you were last on. And when you get back to the stage you were last on, you got 4 continues again. So say you make it to stage 3, you lose all your lives, no big deal. Use the cheat code, go back to stage 3, and voila, you have now got 4 more continues, and you can do this until you beat the game. And that's what I did. That is what I did to get to where I needed to be. And it was very helpful, because this game is hard. In my opinion, this game is very, very hard to beat with just 4 continues. I'm sure, like, if you play it enough, you can figure it out, but I don't know how anybody would, without that cheat code, the level skip, would have been able to figure out the pattern, especially for the last boss fight with the T-Rex, because, oh my gosh, even that first boss fight with the T-Rex, you've got to get that pattern down, and if you don't have enough lives to work with it and continue to practice to get better, you're going to miss it. You're not going to be able to do it. So, yeah, I really like that cheat code, and I really don't feel bad about it. I honestly think this game should have had unlimited continues, because it's just that difficult, in my opinion. And it doesn't really take away from the challenge, because the challenge is overcoming where you're at in that moment. And once you overcome it, it is satisfying. You're like, okay, I figured it out. I know what I'm supposed to do now. I wish they had done that. But anyway, there's the cheat code. Alright, so all the eggs on the outside have been collected, so now we're going to go inside here. We got to turn the power, get rid of this Dilophosaur. Alright, go through here. And yeah, I had a hard time right there with those 3 question mark boxes. And it took me 3 times before I finally figured out which one was the good one and which of the 2 are the bad, because there's only one good one here. So pick the one on the left. Do not touch either of the other 2, or you're going to get toasted. Alright, moving on up. Watch out for the spit. Alright, making our way. Watch out for the raptors. They do get faster sometimes. They'll go real slow and then they'll get real fast. And yeah, guys, the respawning enemies, I understand that this game would be no challenge at all if the enemies didn't respawn, because you can get good at figuring out how to take them out. But oh my gosh, it does get annoying, and you will take some cheap hits sometimes. But hey, sometimes cheap hits are the name of the game in a video game, because it's just going to happen. And yes, this is the visitor center, so now we're inside the visitor center. Come on. Well, at least part of the visitor center. Oh my gosh, the compies. Jeez Louise, they will ruin your day. I've got 2 lives to do this with, so yeah, do a little door trick. And you gotta watch out, because like I said, the compies will come through. Alright, work your way around. Alright, make my way to another terminal. I actually just found out recently that the girl who plays Lex in the movie, Ariana Richards, is actually an artist, and she has a website that you can go to. It's her gallery, and you can look at her different pieces of art that she does. Beautiful paintings, absolutely beautiful paintings, and you can commission a painting from her. And my gosh, she is very talented, very, very talented. And so yeah, so if you guys want to go see some of the artwork she's done, go check out. I don't know the website, but you can just go to Google and type in Ariana Richards gallery, and you'll find it. But yeah, she's very talented, absolutely an excellent painter. I would love to be able to commission a piece of work from her, but I'm sure that it's probably not going to be feasible. There's the Bola weapon right there. That's the most powerful one. Oh, the old Dilophosaur wants to spit in your face. Alright, check again. This is not the... See, the terminals in here, you have to activate them in a certain sequence. And it's just trial and error. You work your way through, you hit one of them, and eventually it'll like when you click on the right one, it'll tell you that, I can't remember the message, we'll see it here in just a minute, but it'll tell you that you've activated the right computer, and then you just have to go back to all the other ones until you find it again. So if you don't have some kind of walkthrough, see, error, this is not the right terminal, so go to the next one. But yeah, if you don't have a walkthrough, you can spend some serious time here. You can, and I think we are going to spend some time here as I'm going through trying to click on it and trying to figure out which one it is. This is not the right one. And so you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So yeah, this one's a little tedious. But it is a very, like I said, it's a very competent game, and I really do like the locales. I like the way the game looks. It looks really good for an NES game. I'm just not huge on the gameplay. It's the gameplay that just really isn't. There you go. System message, boot up next terminal, message in. So that was the right one. Now I got to go to another terminal, find the right one, and activate it. But anyway, guys, as I was saying, there's where a cheap hit comes in. Just comes out of nowhere. Anyway, guys, like I said, I like the locales. I think it screams Jurassic Park. I like the look of the game. It's a really good-looking NES game, but it's the gameplay itself. I didn't really have a ton of fun with the gunplay. Like I did in the 16-bit versions, and I didn't really have a whole lot of fun going and collecting key cards and collecting dinosaur eggs. So really, I liked the way the game was set up with the Sega Genesis, where you traversed a level, you tried to make it from A to B, you fought dinosaurs along the way, and then you escaped that level and went to another level. I don't mind boss fights. I love boss fights. So, yeah, I like traversing levels and having a boss fight at the end. So, I did like the fact that there was a T-Rex boss fight in this game. But, oh my gosh, it was just, you had to learn a pattern, which was typical. And, oh, there we go. That was the right computer there. Just typical learning a pattern, boss pattern. But I honestly didn't really find the T-Rex fight to be very fun. It wasn't very enjoyable for me. But all in all, this is still a good game. This is still a good Jurassic Park game. And I know for some of you guys, also see, I just went to a terminal that has already been activated and it's telling me that. I know for some of you guys watching this, you know, as the old saying goes, I see it in every video. This game was my childhood. And so for some of you, I know that this game is your childhood, and so I'm not speaking bad about it. I did find some enjoyment in the game, just not as much as I did with the 16-bit, but the Genesis version. I can't say 16-bit because I'd never played through the Super Nintendo version. But yeah, it's a good game. And for those of you who grew up with it, I know that you have a lot of nostalgia for it, just like I do for the Sega Genesis version, because that's the one I grew up with. You know, I had a buddy that did have the Sega CD version, and I don't remember us really caring for that very much. Because it was not really an action game. It was more of like a hidden object type game, and you're trying to navigate your way through a screen. Oh, these compies drive me nuts. Just so many of them all at once. But yeah, we didn't really care for the Sega CD version. I mean, if you did and you played the Sega CD version in the comments and you really enjoyed it, please tell me what it was about the game you liked. Because I have it's never really caught on with me. Now, speaking of the Sega CD version of the game, I did buy, several years ago, the Telltale Jurassic Park game for the Xbox, and I've never played through it yet. It was on one of those, you know, one of them digital sales where it was like $3.99 or something, and I bought it, but I have never played through it, so I think I'm going to do that here before long. Actually, I might do that next. That might be a lot of fun to do next, is just go through the Telltale's Jurassic Park game. Alright, use the old door trick again. Yes, I remember getting bored on this mission right here because it was this constant back and forth, constant having to fight the respawning enemies, back and forth and trying to hit the right terminal. So this gameplay just didn't really click with me. I like the old run and gun formula of the Genesis version. I'll quit talking about the Genesis version. I know y'all have heard me say it. It is my favorite version of the game so far. But I am glad I played through this. It is a good game. I've said that a lot too already. So anyway, back to the action. Alright, respawning Dilophosaur. Have I already activated this computer? Let's check it. And already been initiated. So on to the next one. And so, yeah, back and forth. Alright. I think a raptor popped up. Yep. I played this section so many times I remembered that a raptor pops up right through here. Alright, we got to be getting close. I've activated several of them already. Alright, that was the next one. Alright, oh crud. Clear them out again. Rinse and repeat. Yeah, in my opinion, I think the copies, they should be a nuisance where, in my opinion, they take like one health bar away each time they touch you. But they're not just a nuisance. They're a brutal enemy in this game, and you have to watch out for them and be super careful not to let them gang up on you and touch you. Which I guess that would be just like the show, or just like the movie. Don't let them, dealing with one of them is not a big deal. But if a bunch of them get on you, you're in trouble. You're in a whole lot of trouble. But yeah, same thing goes for this game. But heck, even one of them is brutal. And this game they take so much health from you. There we go. Clean them off. Grab the ammo. Alright, cleared him out. Is it this one? I already activated that one. On to the next one. And, yep, got hit by the hidden Dilophosaur again. Ugh. Right, moving around. Alright. So now I got to work my way back around again, deal with all the respawning dinosaurs again. I'm sorry, guys. I really don't hate this game, and I know it sounds like I do from my commentary. A lot of it was just this level, the back and forth nature. So see, I'm not even done yet. I still got to go find the right one. This one wore me out. This level wore me out. All right, come on, little guy. As soon as I try to go through, he's going to run into me and hit me. There we go. Oh, yep, got me. Lost a life. Activate this one. Already been activated, so it's not even that one, so I've got to work my way back around over here. Take out the raptor again. Keep on working my way down. We're almost there, guys. We're almost done with this level, I promise. See, and I never can remember which ones I've already activated or not, so. Yeah, it would have been beneficial if I'd had a walkthrough for this, but I was trying to play without using walkthroughs. I mean, yeah, I did use some save states here and there, but I pretty much used most of the save states to save at the beginning of the mission, and so that I didn't have to use the code to keep bouncing back and forth, so I could just reload it again if I ran out of lives or had a bad run there where I just kept dying over and over again, and I was just like, okay, let's just reload this section and try again from the top. So that's where I used it mostly. All right, there we go. And I did use it in some spots that were really long and tedious, spots that I could do, but then I'd get killed, run out of lives, and then have to go redo that long, tedious spot all over again. So eventually, when I got to some of those spots where I was like, okay, I am tired of redoing this what felt like a 15-20 minute section all over again, only to get killed by the boss in the next section. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save at this section here so that I don't have to redo all this again. So yeah, I did do that. But even with that, this game was still super challenging, and I don't feel bad at all, because I wanted to beat the game. I wanted to get through. I wanted to see what all this game had to offer, and it was challenging, and I did have fun. So it didn't ruin all the fun, since I did use some save states here and there. All right, okay, going around. I forget which computers I've checked. Don't grab the question mark box on the left. We are almost done. And the reason I know this is because I'm looking at the time on the video as I'm recording this, and we're almost at the end of this mission. Lining up your shots with the compies is a great nuisance. And sometimes they will walk along the side of the wall where your shot can't line up with them, even if you press yourself up against the wall. Alright, so we got the right one there. You know what? Let's just go back to the left, since I know there's only like one over here. I remember thinking this. It's like, I know there's one over here that said it was incorrect. And let's just go and see if it's the right one this time. There we go. Come on. And that was correct. So, yeah, I was glad I went back over there. And so now I know this whole side's done on this left side. So, I don't know why I reactivated it again, but I digress. Two shots. I still can't get over the fact those compies take two shots from that big old cannon. There we go. Now, the Super NES version of this game is also isometric, and I've played a little bit of it. I've never played through it, but it had some pretty cool weapons that this version didn't get. Yeah, this version got some more powerful Nerf balls to use, but the Super NES version had like gas canisters, rocket launchers that you could use, electric cattle prod, taser. So yeah, the Super NES version had some good variety. And here we go, getting hit by this guy. Oh, I was thinking that was the last one. That was my mistake. Alright, take out the raptor again. Oh, well, you respawned behind me. Yeah, the spawning can be a little off sometimes. Alright. This term has already been... Like I said, I never can remember. I honestly think there's only one terminal left. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. My dog is outside barking. I can hear it clear as a bell. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but he gets like this every night. Okay, all terminals have been initialized. Main power on, the auxiliary power on, message ends. What? Main power on, auxiliary power on, message ends. Press options to exit. And there we go, guys. That was level 3. Power has been restored. Warning. The raptors have begun to breed. You must find the raptor nest and destroy them with explosives. Message ends. Alright, here we go. Halfway through the game now. Mission 4. Alright, looks like we got some lava around us here. Let's get back out there and start collecting more eggs. Oh yeah, these things are fun. You can't destroy those little lava things, and you just have to get around them. That's all you can do. You can't destroy the little stumps or anything like that. Now, in these caves, they have their own set of eggs, so you have to go ahead and collect them too. But what you want to do on this mission is you have to go ahead and collect all the eggs on the outside, which will then give you a passcode to get into the building that's right up here. Now, once you get that passcode and go into the building, you then can get some explosives to put on the raptor nest. So once you get the explosives, then go into each one of these 3 caves here, and it will allow you to put a bomb on each of the raptor nests. So that's what I was talking about earlier. When those little compies run along the side of the wall, it is really hard to hit them. You kind of have to finagle your way around them. But anyway, as you can see here, this is a real small cave. Grab all the dinosaur eggs in here, and then see, I can't put a bomb on it yet because I have not got all the dinosaur eggs on the outside. So once I collect all of them, I'll be able to go into the building and get the bombs, and then thus go back to the caves and blow them up. But once you put an explosive in each of the 3 caves, well, once you put an explosive in one of the caves, you have a certain amount of time to get out of the cave before it detonates. And so once you do that, go to another cave, place the explosive, and then you got a certain amount of time to get out of that cave before it detonates. So you have to be careful. And I have failed that before. I have placed the bomb and not been able to get out in time. So anyway, back to collecting eggs here. Alright, watching out for the little dinos. Alright. Oh, here we go. Dilophosaurus again. But thankfully I have the blue ammo, which just tears right through them, kills them in one shot. And it passes through and hits the other one. So, picking these up. And this is what you do in this game. Collect dinosaur eggs, get passcodes, pass cards, key cards, whatever you want to call them, so you can go into buildings, collect more eggs to get another passcode to activate a computer, so that you can get through a gate, fight a boss, rinse and repeat. Alright, 7 more eggs to get. Let's keep on going. There we go. I don't know how you guys feel about respawning enemies. It does kind of get on my nerves in certain games, especially when the enemies are really brutal and can be really hard to get past. Now, these aren't really brutal or anything like that. I mean, and it's tolerable. You can get through it. And you do get enough ammunition, I feel, to get past it. But I like games that are designed where the enemies don't respawn, but where you don't lose challenge either. Where the enemies are hard enough that when you defeat them, there's a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment there, and you're glad they're gone, and you have earned the right to progress and move on. But games where you just, if you walk off screen and walk back on, which was a big thing with NES games, you know, it still happens today with certain games, but back then with NES games, oh my gosh, just the constant walk off screen, walk back on, enemies are back again. It was very annoying. Very, very annoying. Alright, need one more egg. This box will blow you up, so dodge it. Alright, now I got the passcode. Now I can get into the building and get the explosives. Work my way over there. This mission wasn't so bad. What got me on here once was the timer got me. After I'd set the explosive, the timer got me, blew up and took me out. But other than that, it's not really super difficult. This mission isn't. And the truth is, the more I play this, the better I get. And I would say if you're somebody who likes this game, is willing to put in the time, you can get good enough that the 4 continues can be enough. My biggest thing is the crazy nature of the T-Rex fights. Those boss fights it is really, really difficult to get that down pat. It's very difficult. But once you do, it's like I can memorize like the first half of his pattern. There we go. I got the first bomb. But I can memorize the first half of his pattern, but it's that second half that sometimes throws me off. But anyway, we'll talk about that more once we get there. But yeah, for the rest of the game, the navigating and stuff, you can figure out the little tricks that'll let you get past the enemies, using doorways, things like that. And so yeah, I think in 4 continues, if you really like this game and put in the time to get good at it, yeah, I could see somebody being able to beat it within the 4 continues. It's just, I don't like the game enough to keep playing it over and over again. And I don't think I would have liked it enough as a kid to play it over and over again to get good. But then again, back then we had very limited amount of games. Most of us did, and you played what you had until you either beat it or gave up trying to figure out what to do to beat it. Because I did have some games like that where I just never could figure out what to do. Oh my gosh, the little compies, jeez, so annoying. Okay, so here we go. You just touch the X, it drops the bomb. For this cave, I got 10 seconds to get out. Of course, get hit, die, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Alright, so first cave is done. On to the second cave. Come on. Always grab the ammo. I have had moments where I did run out, but if you pick up the ammo from your dead enemies, you should do fine. Alright, here we go. Clear this mess up. This thing's got 16 eggs in it. As you can see up there, my score went over 1,000 just a little bit ago, so I got an extra life there. Alright, but this is actually my last life. This is that extra life I got. It's not the big enemies that are the problem. It is the little enemies, the compies. As you can see there, I was having to dodge the little compies. It was more so them giving me grief than the raptors. I've actually got hit right there because I couldn't line up my shot right in time. Alright, here we go. No problem hitting the big ones. There we go. Gone. More eggs, of course. Leave that question mark box alone. That one will hurt you. Here we go. Compy clean out time. Yeah, I missed one. Golly. So annoying. That's kind of the way it is in all these games. The little enemies are the most annoying enemies. Alright, now you can grab this question mark box because it'll give you some health. Alright, got the blue ammo. That's just absolutely devastating ammo. Here we go, 30 seconds. Because we got a bit of traveling to do. Working our way. Now, I think this was the cave that I actually died in previously. Work in 7 seconds. 5, 4. There we go. Yeah, I think I died in there previously trying to beat this mission. And the thing is when you die in the cave, you don't get to pick back up from where you left off in the cave. And the cave detonates, you get to go to the next one. No, you have to do the whole mission from the very beginning, collecting all the eggs again, all over again. Even if you have lives when you die. So, do not die in the cave. If you do, you will restart the whole entire mission over again. It's a major bummer. Alright. There it is. I was going to say, I thought there was a raptor in here. We're almost done with this level. I can't remember if that's a good question mark box or not. Apparently I think it's a bad one. I can't remember if it is or not. Best bet, leave it alone, because I probably checked earlier when playing through it, trying to figure out how to complete this level. Alright, 15 seconds. Watch out for the little guys. If I get hit, I'm going to die. And out we go. Alright, now I think we have to go in the raptor pen. No, that was it. That was it. Once all 5 of them are done, the main raptor nest is destroyed. The radio in the control room has been destroyed by the raptors. Your only chance is to get to the dock and use the radio on board the ship. Alright guys, that was mission 4. On to mission 5. Alright, keep it trucking. Alright, you gotta jump over that because that's electricity. That's an electric fence right there. Woo! Yeah, raptor gets dumb right there. Just like raptors are stupid with doorways, and they're stupid with getting onto overwater walkways too. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever played these missions. And so this was me trying to figure out what to do and how to get over. I was thinking maybe I could jump over to that island, but no, I was wrong. You gotta finagle your way around. Yeah, this is real lovely. 2 Dilophosaurus spitting their acid. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta take the hit. Apparently I took more than one hit. Alright, grab that egg. I do not know if those are safe. That one is safe. Okay, so the bottom left one there is safe. Alright, get another egg, down to 5 eggs. Four more eggs, and I don't know what kind of sea creature that is, but yeah, they'll jump right into you. Alright, 3 eggs to go. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta work back and forth like that. Cause yeah, I just took a hit. Yeah, it's hard once I get into that rotation of spitting the acid. The best thing to do with the Dilophosaurs is go at an angle so that they start spitting at an angle, and then immediately go back and fire a couple shots into them. That's about the only thing you can do. I'm pretty sure that question mark box right up there will hurt me. And as you can see, I just totally missed the key card. Got all the eggs, but missed the key card. Oh, did I remember? No, I didn't remember. I'm going towards the end of the map. Keep on trucking. Why can't I leave? What is the deal? Oh, yeah, I need the key card. But first I want to try to jump again. Let's see. Right there. No. Oh, must be that key card. Better go find it. Oh yeah, there's the key card. Now let's try to go. Let's try to leave. Come on. Now it'll let me leave. Okay. So gotta dodge the Triceratopses again. Thankfully, I'm not trying to protect Tim, but man, they move a whole lot faster. And I've got up. Nope, not getting out of that one. Thankfully, you do have some invulnerability seconds there where you're not going to get hit repeatedly. So there is that. Get in the middle. Oh. There we go. Go up. One life left. Can I do it? Come on. Yeah, they're moving a whole lot faster here. And we survived it. Now, on to the ship. Alright, let's get to collecting these eggs. Alright, oop, gotta watch out. Well, glad the raptor can't climb stairs. Alright. Some green ammo. Can't jump up there. And you can't shoot the compies. Alright, I can shoot you. Yeah, so what we're trying to do in this stage is we're trying to get the radio tower back online. And that requires us to gather up all the eggs, go inside, grab some more eggs, get some passcodes, and go through the right sequence of doors. And once we do that, we will have this level beat. This one is actually not really super difficult. It isn't. It's compared to I think it was level 3. This one is a lot less tedious. So. Well, let me rephrase this. It's a lot less tedious in regards to like figuring out what to do, but there is a section on here which you're going to see in just a little bit where it does get pretty difficult regarding some electrical shocks things that you have to to try to navigate. And if you're careful, you can get through with minimal damage, but if you're not careful, you're going to lose all your lives really quickly. Alright. Oh yes, that question mark box is a good one. You can grab that one. I do remember that. And the one right there to your left, that one is also a good box you can get. Keep collecting eggs. Collectathon. That's what they should have called this game. Jurassic Park Egg Collectathon. You know, that's primarily what you're doing. There we go. Clear them out. Now, I don't know if I said it earlier or not, but you can actually shoot the eggs too, and you're going to see me do that once we get inside the ship, because sometimes it's just a lot easier to shoot the egg instead of trying to dodge those electrical, I don't know what you call them, but they're kind of like Tesla pods, and you'll see what I mean in just a second. I got 7 more eggs to get. Or not 7 more eggs, excuse me. We got all the eggs. That was my ammo. I was looking at the wrong thing. So now we got to go and go through the correct door, which I think is this one. Yes, that's the right one. So those little Tesla coils there, or Tesla pods, you're going to get hit by those. So you have to watch out. Just best to shoot that egg instead of trying to run over there and get it. And if you're not careful, like I said, guys, you can run through all your lives real quick right here, because those things it's hard to dodge them sometimes. And they have a pattern, but sometimes you lose track of the pattern, and it's just, yeah, like right there. There we go. So that one is a okay question mark box. Just best to shoot it. Can't jump over it. Alright, just shoot it too. Too many of them. Dodge and try not to get hit. Alright, and you can't shoot that compy, so try to jump over it. There we go. And of course get shocked in the process. Alright, 2 eggs left. There we go. Now exit this, and we have to go find another door that we can go in. Oh, that's it. Lost a life. And got hit again. At least you have a few moments of invulnerability there. So, try it again. Alright. Now to go into the next door. And rinse and repeat. Come on. Yeah, and like I said earlier, that question mark box right there is a safe one. And that one almost filled me to full. There we go. That copy just doesn't want to be hit. There we go. Alright, let's go over to the left here and try to get the eggs over on this side first. Dodge the electric. Alright. One more egg to get. Got it. Alright, let's get out of here and go find the third room. And I don't think I have to do anything in the third room. I think once I get to the third room, it just instantly beats the level, if I remember correctly. It's been a few days since I played through the game, and I'm struggling to remember what all I did. Oh yes, over here in this top right corner there's a question mark box, and that's also a safe one. You can get some health there too. And there we go, guys. Well done. Your radio message to the mainland has been sent. Help is on its way. Alright, so we have beat that stage. Now, going on to the last stage, level 6. The helicopter is on its way. Get to the helipad for pickup and safety. Warning, highly infested area. Okay, this final level here, just like the rest, find the eggs, get the key cards, go into the doors in the right order, get more eggs, get more key cards, go into the, find the next door for the correct order, and get to the fight the boss, get to the helipad, beat the game. This one took me a bit to figure out because this one is a very, very puzzle heavy in the sense that, like right here, there's 17 more eggs left to get on the outside. But here's the thing, you can't get all the eggs from the outside. You have to go into some of the buildings here first, so you'll end up getting some key cards early here in just a minute, and you can go inside one of the buildings, and you have to climb up on the roof to find some more eggs, and it's just it's a bit of a, it was very mind-boggling, and I had to go back and forth through it several times. See, there we go. Now I got a key card. I still got 12 eggs on the outside to get, which this is obviously very different from the other levels where you don't get a key card till you get all the eggs. So yeah, they give you the key card early once you get a certain amount of eggs, and then you have to go find the correct door to go in. Alright. Get rid of the Dilophosaur. Not that door. And of course, one of the copies gets me. The most annoying enemy in the game. And right there, you can't see, but there's little copies in those trees, and they will hit you, and you have no way of knowing that they're there. Okay, so now we're in the building. Can't hit the copy. Alright. So now we got to go through here, find all the eggs we can get, and then go out another door that'll have some eggs on the roof. It was very confusing. It was just very, very confusing. So as you're going to see here, just follow my pattern here, and you'll see where you need to go to get what you need to get. Alright, shoot him through the doorway. And if memory serves me correctly, this is the section where like every box is good with the exception of like one, if I remember correctly. And this one I think's an extra man. Yes, that was an extra life right there. Whoa, there we go. Now, doorways are not the Velociraptor's friend. They don't know how to walk through an open doorway. However, for those of you who have seen the movie, you know they know how to open doors, so I don't know why in this game they can't walk through open doorways. So yeah, use it to your advantage there, guys. Alright, got some more powerful ammo, got 9 eggs left to get. On searching for more stuff. Yeah, it's just I don't think I'll be replaying it again. It wasn't a bad game, and I can see this being something that people would have, that especially like kids and whatnot, even them trying to get their money's worth out of it by replaying it over and over again. But it just doesn't have the fun value for me to go back through this again. But like I said earlier, it's not a bad game at all. It's actually a really good game. Just doesn't have the replayability that I look for in a game. I get really tired of hunting eggs. I just want to be like an A to B action game, trying to survive. I've talked about this earlier. I won't go back into it again. But as you can see here, doing a lot of the exact same tasks that we do in every other level. Run through, dodge the compies. Yeah, watch them appear out of nowhere and ruin your day. Yep, gotta get hit. Velociraptor walks in, take him out, no problem. But you let one little compy get in there and you can't line up your shot, you're gonna get hit. Alright, 3 eggs left. Where's our other egg? There we go. Key card. Alright, now we're up on the roof. Grab what eggs are up here in the key card. As you can see, there's eggs on the other roof, but I can't get to them. So you have to go back, I went through the wrong door. I have to go through this door, and now collect all these eggs. There's 10 more in this room. Definitely a lot less cumbersome than like I said, I think it was mission 3, where you had to go in and go to each computer terminal and turn them on in the right order. Yeah, not here. Just get the key card, go to the next section, grab the eggs, go to the next section, grab the eggs, go to the next section. You got it. You know what I'm talking about. Alright. Yeah, well, okay. So there you go. That one's a good one. Shoot, I'm getting tired, guys. You would have thought I ran a marathon. Just got off work a little bit ago and wanted to finish doing the voiceover for this, and as I'm doing it, I am getting tired. And I slept pretty good last night too. But we're nearing the end here, guys. And the final boss battle is a retread of the T-Rex boss battle, only harder. He moves a lot faster this time, and you're not just trying to protect Lex, but you're also trying to protect Tim. So you got to protect both the kids as well as yourself. And I can't even begin to tell you how many times I played through that final mission over and over and over and over again, trying to get the pattern down, because it was not easy to get down. And keeping both kids, it was hard enough keeping one of the kids out of the way, but keeping both kids out of the way. So I'm going to make it look easy when you see the video, because I'm just going to play from beginning to end after I figured it all out and beat him. But you have no idea how much work I put into trying to get his pattern down so that I actually could beat him. So I put oh my gosh, there's probably an hour's worth of me battling the T-Rex alone, just to try to get his pattern down. It was just that part wasn't fun. All right, can't go through that door. Got to go through the other one. Too many compies. And of course I got hit, of course. Alright, go through here. Grab, I think there's 3 eggs up here. Two eggs. 2 eggs and a key card. So as you can see, it's trying to figure out this puzzle of where I'm supposed to go, what I'm supposed to do, which door am I supposed to go in. There we go, 2 more there. 3 more left to go. And everything's respawned again. Now to find the final door so that we can get the last 3 eggs. So there's no more eggs in here. Great. 2 Dilophosaurs spitting their acid at me, and I got to try to dodge all this mess. There goes another life. There we go. I can't remember if I can go through here yet. No, there's still a section outside that I have to go through first. And once I go through it, then I can come back in, go through this door. It's just such a pain. It's just such a pain. Yeah, you kind of almost, this is probably, they probably had a guide Nintendo Power back then that, that everybody followed. But I don't have Nintendo Power right now, so it was just trial and error. And I didn't want to get on GameFAQs and look up a walkthrough. I wanted to figure it out on my own, and which I did. I did manage to figure it out on my own. I didn't have to get GameFAQs or anything. But my goodness, trying to find the trying to find the right doors, what key card goes to what door. It was a lot of trouble and not much fun. All right, get the ammo. All right, gotta be getting close. Oh, come on. Tedium. Come on, there we go. And a Dilophosaur. There we go. Go through here. And there we go. Got another egg. 2 more left to go. Now I think we actually exit the building. Go back outside and search for the final 2 eggs out there. Maybe not. Maybe not. Wait a minute. There's still one more door in here, I think. As you can see, I was losing my way. I was getting turned around. Wasn't sure where I was going. Just follow what my character is doing, and you'll get out. Alright, up through here, there should be one more door up at the top up here. No, it's not this door. Maybe it is. I don't know. Just follow my character. Don't follow what I'm saying here, because apparently I have already forgotten after having played and beaten this 2 days ago. So I'm just here along for the ride. So yeah, just watch what I do. Don't do what I say in regards to navigating this, because apparently I just don't remember. Alright, up through here maybe. Alright, there's an egg. 1 egg left. Oop, totally ran out of ammo there. My gosh, I had 80 some rounds at one point, I remember looking, but I guess I must have not been collecting ammo like I should have been. So now I'm running on empty. Yes, this is the tedium of it. Back and forth, back and forth. Come on. I'm going to completely run out of ammo. I'm down to 2 shots. Alright, now if I remember correctly, I gotta go to the raptor pen. Just dodge all the enemies, because I don't have enough ammo to get through them. Head down to 2 shots now. Oh, yep. What a way to whiff and miss. Okay, now I gotta dodge everything, going to the raptor pen, because I do know there is ammo up here in the raptor pen. Yeah, this is me trying to jump over top of compies that are underneath the trees, just trying to take a chance. There we go, final egg, final key card. Now I can go into the raptor pen. Alright. Grab the ammo. And this was a pain in the butt too, because there's eggs hidden in the trees here. And you have to kind of like dart around in the trees looking for the eggs. But the problem is there's also, well, there's one of the eggs right there. There's also compies in there and you can't see them. Bad game design. Very bad game design. So it's a game of, well, as you can see, both of the Dilophosaurs have respawned. So now I'm trying to find the eggs while having them spit acid at me. All because I stepped a little too far in one direction and they came back. Alright, so now I gotta be quick. Yeah, and there's a compy in there. Alright, moving on to the next thing. Keep looking. Got another egg, one more egg to go. Don't grab that question mark box, that one is an explosive. So now, all the enemies have respawned back there, and I've got to go back through looking for that egg again. Yep, the pain in the butt part of this game. One of the pains in the butt of playing this game. Respawning enemies, hidden items, compies that you can't see. Yeah. And yeah, that one hurts you too. So, there we go, found it. Got the egg, got the key card. Now let's get out of here. Warning, Tim and Lex have been trapped by the T-Rex. Rescue them both and defeat the T-Rex. Here we go, guys. Follow my pattern and you will beat the T-Rex. I have put in the time to learn his pattern, so you don't have to worry about figuring it out on your own. So, there we go. Go down here. Start shooting up that way. Go back up. Grab some ammo. Now, if you had ammo, you could have aimed down and started shooting downwards. Alright, go back down. Come on. Get down here with me. Now go up. Go to the right just a little bit. Aim down, and you'll be able to hit. There we go. Stay right there. He's not going to come for you right there. So just stay still. He'll come back over. There you go. Blast a little bit. Now it's going to come up, keep shooting. Now you have to move. Here we go, stay right there. There you go. Now go back up. Go back down. Fire. Now go up again. Turn around. Aim down. Grab more ammo. Pray that T-Rex does not eat your buddies. Go back up. There we go. Just stay right there. It's going to come back over again. Stay right there. You're still fine. Come over. Start hitting. Go over again. Stay right there. Now start firing. You can hit him a bunch. Alright, go down. Here we go. And the T-Rex is done. Beaten. And the game is finished. Alright, go to the helipad. Final message. Brilliant. You have escaped Jurassic Park. You have succeeded where others become dinner. But some dinosaurs survive, and only time will tell who rules the earth. Message ends. Game ends. Alright guys, we have effectively beat Jurassic Park on the Nintendo Entertainment System. And I was just talking to a buddy of mine who had the Sega Genesis version, and neither one of us remember this game from back then. We, I guess, had moved on to the 16-bit consoles, and we did not remember this game. I don't even remember seeing it in the store or seeing anybody who even had it. But apparently, it was a thing. So there you go, guys. It has now been beaten, and I don't think I'll be revisiting it anytime soon. It wasn't a bad game, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, please comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel financially, you can by going to patreon.com/EDF Central. Alright guys, this is a pretty cool credit screen. You can just wander around, navigate. Pretty neat, pretty neat. Alright, enough about it. We'll go to the exit here. Alright guys, you all take care, and I will see you all in the next video. As always guys, take care, God bless, and keep on gaming. Later.